Both of these squads bring history and pride to these West Coast institutions that, while allied at times, want nothing more than to ring that victory bell right in the other guy's face. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Bruins will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. So USC's offense will start this game off. It was hardly an offensive masterpiece, but the Trojans put together a terrific comeback against the Bruins last year, trailing entering the fourth quarter, but able to come back and take home the victory bell.
Yeah, it was an offensive struggle last year, too. 4 field goals total in the first.
There he goes. Makes it past the marker. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Trojans. Once he got some room, it was over.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So UCLA's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Throws to the wideout. working that left side. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Rides the back on the option, the give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He'll pull it on the read, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Lemon. Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. Fires to the middle. Tosses it incomplete. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, you know, one thing you know, Jesse, is the uniforms are crisp. They are clean. They are so sweet. You know this game means a lot late in the season every year.
This is definitely my favorite uniform game of the year, every year in college football, right? Both USC and UCLA with the home unis here in this great environment. But the game also means so much as well, and that's why there's this heightened sense of electricity and energy every time these two teams play.
Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got a chance. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy.
Turning on the Jets. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate throw, and the defense was in good position.
The screen, he's got wheels. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David. He's taking the shot. And incomplete on the deep ball. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool, and the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool, it's fun to find out about, and these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids, there's just a different energy in this game.
For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. The Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UCLA will go back to work on offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Bruins in the hurry-up.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Snagged out of the air. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Bruins! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Running back searching for a hole. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. It's Lemon. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Lemon. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Quickly complete. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lost a throw on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Lost a fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. New set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Finds his man, it's Thomas. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. clock is wound down. Just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Got his man downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half.
Touchdown, USC! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And that is exactly what this offense needed to have happen. They had to come up with a big drive with a big touchdown here at the end of the quarter. That's going to help their confidence. They've now got the lead heading into halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Throwing right. He's got it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Bruins head it quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to...
Turning it on! He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. That's reeled in. It's Matthews. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
They typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies. We'll highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before he picks up the first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people?
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off, and by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Unloads quickly. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Bruins want to move quickly. Now the play fake. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback running on the draw. There he goes. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Grabbed behind the line. It's Miller. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Lofts one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Bruins line up to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll field the punt, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 2024 was a transition year for UCLA. New coach, new schemes, but one surprise was Carson Swessinger, 3rd in the nation in tackles. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8 clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Swings it out to his running back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Bruins will hustle to the line.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
With the catch, it's Matthews. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to keep it in the air. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. And the Bruins look to keep this drive humming. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Here's the pressure. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now the toss. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. Great job by the back on the option. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Trying to punch it in. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On fourth down, going to the air. The throw. Makes the grab past the marker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Wants to throw it. Rushes on him. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Got it in the middle, it's Flores. Turning it on. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And it's caught! Touchdown, UCLA!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Lining up from the 34 on first down. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Back in 1939, USC first stole Victory Bell. This time around, it was earned as the Trojans emerged victorious over their crosstown rivals. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.